Hey guys, this is Mr. H. Hey, I am going to do one more video on how to convert rates. This one is very similar to the video I just did, and I'll put a link up above where you guys, if you didn't get a chance to watch the video that I just created, you need to watch that first. But basically what we're going to do is we're basically going to do two conversions, because when you have a rate, basically you're going to have two things being compared. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So I'm going to start out. It says, let me move this out of the way so we can get the whole thing. It says water flows through a pipe at a rate of 75 liters per day. Express this rate of flow in cups per hour. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. All right, so here's the most important idea. Let me write this. I'm going to say 75 liters per, which means divide, day. And I want to convert that to cups per hour. Now, what I'm going to do, what we are going to do is we're going to take the top, the numerator, the liters, and we're going to convert that to cups. And then we're also going to convert the denominator, days, into hours. Now, I think I'm going to start with the days into hours because I think that one is pretty straightforward. Now, I'm going to do one more thing. When you say per day, that means per 1 day. When you say per hour, that means 1 hour. So we want to convert, well, actually, we're trying to figure out exactly what we need to do for hours. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 day and I'm going to convert it into the appropriate number of hours. So, so here's what I'm doing. If you don't know, there's 24 hours in 1 day. So I'm going to multiply by the conversion factor. I'm going to make this into a fraction, just like we did in the last video. And I'm going to multiply it by 1 day on the bottom, and then 24 hours on the top. So now, when I simplify or eliminate the denominator and the numerator, I'm just left with hours, which is what I want. And so 1 day is equal to 24 hours. Okay, that part is done. Pretty simple. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and kind of move it out of the way so I can focus on the next conversion. Now I've got to go from liters to cups. I did this in the last video and it's not the easiest. It's not a direct, let me see, liters to cups. Can I go liters to cups? I can go liters to gallons. I can go liters to cubic meters. So yeah, I'm going to have to do some intermediary conversions. So let's get going with that. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this over because I'm going to probably need a little bit more space. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working my way. Oops, that's off the screen. So I'm going to make my way from cups back to liters. So watch how I do this. So I know I want to finish with cups. So I'm going to say cups on the top and then pints on the bottom. So there are 2 cups to 1 pint. And then I'm going to go from pints to quart. So this is going to be 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. So I'm going to put quarts down here. And then I'm going to go from quarts to gallons. So it says 4 quarts. And notice I'm not putting the numbers in because the numbers don't matter at this point to gallons. I just have to go back and get those. And then I'm going to go from gallons to liters. So I'm going to say 1 gallon is equal to liters. Now I've got my conversion. I'm going to move this over a little bit because I'm going to use it now. And then I'm going to make this into a fraction. I put it over 1. So here's what I want you to see. I haven't even put the numbers in because the numbers matter, but they really don't matter. You need to focus on the units. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate any unit that's on the top and the bottom. I can eliminate. So I've got liters, gallons, quarts, pints, pints, and I'm left with cups, which is what I want. I want to convert from liters to cups. Now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to actually get those numbers. So every pint is equal to 2 cups. So 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. And then every quart is equal to 2 pints. So I say 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. And then I say every gallon is equal to 4 quarts. Let me bring that back up. Every gallon is equal to 4 quarts. So I say 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. And then I say every gallon is also equal to 3.785 liters. So actually I could say 4 quarts is equal to this, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep using what they've given us. So 1 gallon is also equal to 3.785 liters. Now we started with 75 liters, so I'm going to put that number there. Now that I've already done the conversions or eliminated all the units, all I have to do now is multiply the number. So 75 times 1 times 4 times 2 times 2. That's on the top in the numerator. On the bottom, it's going to be 1 times 3.785 times 1 times 1 times 1. So I've got all of these. And now all I have to do is now I just go to the calculator and I let the calculator go to work. So I'm going to have control divide up, and this is going to be 75 times 4. Now I just left out that 1 times 2 times 2. That's on top, and then on the bottom I've got 1. I have 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 3.785. So that's all I need to put. 3.785, and then I press enter, and it tells me that this is the conversion from liters to cups, right? So I've got it. So this is saying that this is equal to 317.0409511123. This is the number of cups. And then this is the number of hours. So what I'm going to do now, the last step, is I'm just going to take these two conversions and I'm going to convert the number of cups by the number of hours. So watch what I do. This is the last step. I think this is the easiest way to do it. Just break them up. And so what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to divide this by the number of hours that we calculated. So I'm just going to take this number and I'm going to divide by 24 hours, and I press this. So it's 13.21. They want us to round it to the nearest tenth. So that's going to be 13.2. Okay, so let's go and answer this. So we just go here and we go 13.2, and let's see what it says. It says, nice job. Now, the way that they're doing it, they're doing all the conversions at the same time. I think it's easier to split the numerator up, the liters to cups, and the days to hours. And then once you get those two numbers converted, those two units converted, then do the final conversion. So let me go back and kind of review this. So let me see, here we go. All right, so I originally started with 75 liters per day, and I wanted to convert it from cups to hours. What I did was I broke the numerators in part, and I said 75 liters is equal to a certain number of cups, and then I said 1 day is equal to a certain number of hours. Once I found the conversion from liters to cups and the days to hours, I took those two numbers and I divided the number of cups by the number of hours, and that gave me my final answer of, 13.2, all right? I'm actually going to do another one of these, but I'm going to stop this one and go ahead and post it. But hopefully this has been good enough, but I'm going to do one more example. All right, so let me stop and post.